Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Alpine Daily for this Friday. I'm excited because this weekend we are starting a new teaching series at Alpine called Supernatural. And what we're going to be doing in this series is looking at the supernatural realm. We're going to be talking about the reality of the supernatural world and what it really means for us today. So we're going to talk about the reality of angels, of Satan and demons. We're going to talk about how, as Christians, we interact with the spiritual world, spiritual warfare, and those sorts of things. And I'm really excited for this series. I think it'll be really helpful because a lot of us have a lot of pretty goofy ideas that are more informed by tradition and culture and Hollywood than they are by the Bible. And so we're going to look at the Bible and see what it really has to say about this world. But, I was thinking about that, and one of the things I think comes to mind for a lot of people when they think about the supernatural is that it's all pretty scary. The supernatural world can seem like a very fearful thing, especially as you think about angels and demons and spiritual warfare and Satan coming after us and all these things, and it can all be a little bit scary. And that's not the only part of life that's scary also. I think a lot of people have fear with a lot of things in their life. Maybe it's not the supernatural realm. Maybe it's just fear in dealing with their kids and dealing with their family and their marriages and all these things. There's all kinds of challenges, and often one of the big emotions we deal with as humans is fear. But, I think God knows this, He's aware of this, and so it's interesting that when you look throughout the Bible, the most often repeated command in the entire Bible is fear not. More than anything else throughout the entire Bible, the thing God commands us the most is not to fear. He tells us we shouldn't fear. Even as we think about the supernatural realm, when we think about those things that are a little bit unknown and kind of scary seeming, God says, when you think about that, don't be afraid. Don't be fearful. And here's what I love about God. When He tells us something like fear not over and over again, I love He doesn't just say, hey, don't fear. He gives us a reason why. And He gives us a great reason why in the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, on verse 10. I just want to look at this verse really quick. I love it. God is talking to us and He says, so do not fear. But then He says why this is the case. He says, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed. I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. So again, here's what I love about this verse. God not only tells us not to be afraid, but He tells us why. And just look at a few of these reasons why God tells us not to be afraid. First, He says, I am with you. No matter what happens in life, God is always with us. He will never abandon us. He is our God. He is a personal God to us. He is not some far-off deity. He is right there with us. And what He does when He's with us is He will strengthen us. He'll give us the strength we need to get through whatever we're facing. He will help us. He will help us practically to get through it. And above all, He will uphold us. That's a great way of saying He is going to take care of us. He is going to get us through whatever fearful thing we encounter in life. And so I just want to encourage you with that as you are thinking about anything in your life that is causing fear. Remind you that God tells you not to be afraid of it. And here's why. He gives you some very practical reasons as to why that is. So here's a prayer focus for the day. Just think about what might be causing fear in your life, and then ask God to remove that fear, but not just based on optimism or wishful thinking, but based on His promises. Hope you have a great weekend and hope to see you in church this Sunday. God bless.